come apart relatively easy.
That's the actual swing arm.
This is the bearing assembly. There's a bearing inside here. We'll see when we pull it out.
The people who get to enjoy Susan's company this morning.
Oh, joy. Well, Mr. V-Strom, I hope he learned something from it.
He's got a good bike. There's
He
nothing
does,
wrong with
yeah.
that bike at
Yeah,
all.
I think he's just trying to ride it like a racer.
What does she ride?
What?
What does Susan ride?
She rides an old K75.
It's the only thing she can touch the ground on.
Little 750 3-cylinder. It's got about 350,000 miles on it.
Isn't that her second one? Didn't she have a K75 before that?
I don't know if she did or not.
I thought that was her
She
second.
took a guy
Inside
on
here
LT
is
for
an
a ride
actual
last
sealed
year.
bearing. Feels
He
real
swore, man,
good.
you couldn't ride an LT through the mountains the way she did. And, so she put him in the back.
And that's the pivot. Pivot looks real good. We're going to leave that in there for now.
When they came back in, she rode around hollering for somebody to come catch the bike because she couldn't stop.
This side is not adjustable. It has a bearing in it as well.
Whatever your consistent is, you know, that speed
Feels
is
real
different
good.
for everybody. My son raced dirt bikes.
Okay.
Next
Step is getting loose the fittings on the
fast a minute and then it slowed down.
get enough light. Yeah, there's bolts for the
Youth
one of those is a 15 and one's a 16.
It's just a hanger bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's off the shock.
That's the lower shock.
Did you cut up a checkpoint or something? He said, no. He said, if you determined that if you stayed on two wheels, you win.
This is
Everybody
a
else is trying.
16
Yeah.
and this is a 15. Break
Well, if
loose
the brakes, it'll stand up.
the
Well,
pivots.
that.
Like right.
But one guy said, no, it ain't no way. And so I said, well, I'm going to try it tomorrow. And I did.
Got a
But
really
the
nice,
problem is most people are going through the turns at 4,000 right
a really nice flank drive
See?
snap-on socket. What it does is it has little recesses at the points, so it puts all the pressure on the flats.
That's a flank drive socket.
Right. I'm gonna try and find a point where I can get good leverage on this. I don't know if I'm gonna get much better than that. All right, hate to go offset, but I'll put the yeah. 'Cause these are also in there, 160 meters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I hate to pull offset like that, so
I'll just run on the edge here.
okay. I just want to make sure that it stays tight on there. All right, go ahead. All right, she's moving. All right,
It didn't snap at all.
no. Thank goodness. Usually they're not that easy.
Yeah.
Usually you'll get a big bang just like we did on the others. But fortunately, these were, whoever's worked on this bike before did a good job. They didn't use Loctite. They probably lubed everything up.
Do you normally put that back in with an anti-seize?
No, I don't.
Nothing.
Now, what's to stop when you pull this pin? Now, you're still hanging on to the shock.
It looks like it was oiled, which is good in a way. In another way, it's not so good. But
Doesn't oil give you a false?
yeah, you
Torque
don't get
reading?
the torques are all specified to be dry, so you may or may not get the correct torque.
Some people do anything to lighten these bikes up.
But that, yeah,
That would mean me getting off.
that came out good. I'm pleased. Now, hopefully, the other side will be just as easy. We shall see.
Morning, sir. Hey.
Good.
Is that the motivating bar?
Yep.
That's what he uses when his kids.
All right.
side by side on the bike.
Go for it.
Let's move it a little closer there so you read it.
Okay.
You ready? One,
Right.
2, 3.
There. We got a little pop out of that one.
Just winging it.
I'm just gonna reach up in there and support it a little bit as I,
This is south.
because it actually does support it, even though it's not on the pivot. There's a shoulder in there.
Yeah.
paying $300 to dealer for that.
What's it gonna do, just change pads or flush the?
Flush the system, and that's the bug of it, is 5 circuits. It's not like your
Another greased pivot, so that's good. Yeah. Doesn't give you a good torque reading when you put it back together, but hey, it comes apart real easy.
Yeah.
The Holt
I had to have a new clutch put in mine.
on the
I wish
shock.
I'd known about drilling the one I had.
And the swing arm is now free to move about the planet.
Now we can sell this as scrap aluminum.
You don't have to remove the shock, but you do need to kind of hold it up out of the way. Probably should pop the seat.
I hate to ask this, but did this one really need this?
Let's go ahead and pop the seat.
No, you gotta have
Rubber.
Is it spline?
It's splined here.
I mean, is
No,
the
the rubber.
spline
I don't know. I've never seen. I've seen them melt and come apart. So sometimes you think your clutch is
You would
slipping.
almost
It's
think
actually
it
your
have to
drive
be
shaft.
spline, kind of like an outboard prop.
Yeah, it must
So
be.
this is just like an isolation damper. of
It's
some
a
sort.
little cushion. But now that the drive shaft is out, then we can finagle the swing arm right out. And it just pops right out. Nice little seal. It's held in place by a spring clip. So we can just set that aside. And there you can see the infamous slave cylinder. Yeah, it looks like your rear tranny seal's in good shape. Now all we do is we unbolt that and check the depth and then
Which is
mark
the
the
slave
side.
cylinder?
This is the slave cylinder right here. But you'll notice that the swing arm is right in front of it, so simple thing to get to, but
I'd always envisioned this was the whole back end of the bike coming apart.
well, it is. Whole back end of the
Well, I'm
drivetrain.
talking
No, not like a clutch. In order to get the transmission out, you've got to get almost all this stuff out of here, including this brace and some other things.
Problem is when slave cylinder leaks, then you need a clutch.
Yeah,
The whole rear.
but if you have the
there,
weep
done
hole, then hopefully you'll
we're
find
gonna drill above the clutch.
We're going to drill.
I mean, I thought.
What we weren't able to film was exactly how I got the drive shaft out. You rotate it until you can see through the yokes and can see the output shaft of the transmission. Insert the screwdriver and leverage against the back of the yoke and the output shaft, and that should disengage the circlip and allow you to pull the drive shaft out. Well, this concludes part 1, which gets you to the slave cylinder. Part 2 will cover drilling the weep hole itself, and then part 3 will allow putting everything back together to final assembly. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.